Hey, hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about a case study on real-time control systems. Okay, in real-time control systems, first we have to define our control system application and our programming framework and operating system of that particular control system and hardware for that control system element. And thus we have input events and output actions, and also we have to maintain the time response analysis of control systems because these systems are operated in real time. Okay, we have some more examples for real time control systems, and also we have one video for better understanding. Okay, it is an important part of today's technological advancements. The control system theory and its applications are used in everything from simple machines like your flushing toilet to complex systems like an electric car or even the International Space Station. In fact, the electric cars are nicknamed computers on wheels due to the crucial role of the controllers plays in governing their performance. Okay. In this video, we'll explain the fundamental concepts of control theory using an example of a drone. Okay. A control system is basically a collection of mechanical and electrical mechanisms that operate together to provide a desired response. We know that very well. Okay, here we consider a quadcopter drone. It consists of 4 rotors attached together in this fashion, like this video. Okay, the rotation of the propellers generates an upward thrust. Each individual rotor speed can be controlled independently, thus paving the way of accurate direction control. And thus, we introduce many different sensors are required to measure the drone's position and orientation. We know that. Here, this control system plays an important role. Okay, do you know the rotation of the propellers generates an upward thrust. Each individual rotor speed, it can be controlled independently with the help of the sensors. We know that. Okay, drone's position and orientation and some of the components like accelerometers and gyroscopic sensor, flight cameras, timers, and so on. We have so many control system components for this quadcopter drone because we have to maintain the accuracy and effectiveness at the output of the control system. Here the control system is a drone. Okay, and the drone can achieve translational motion and 3 axes. We know that the 3 axes are roll, pitch, and yaw. Okay, let's consider the scenario of a drone hovering. Your aim is to keep the drone hovering steadily as shown in this video. Okay, for a drone to hover in the air in upward direction, it must balance the downward pull of gravity additionally. Here, the net tag should be 0 to prevent it from spinning. Okay, now then it is not about the translations and angular velocities in all the 3 directions, but we have to maintain it should be 0. Okay, how do we make this as 0? With the help of control system elements, we can make it as possible. Okay, let's see how the control system is applied in action. This drone was hovering in the air happily when suddenly wind blew, and the drone title as shown. The drone should keep its position. Here, the smart controllers in the drone plays a crucial role because the smart controllers have to get the drone back at its normal angle, but the question is how let's freeze this scene at a particular time when the wind is blowing. Okay, here we considering a change in just one angle for simplicity of analysis using a few sensors. The drone can measure its speed and rotation, its direction and its angle with the help of sensors. Okay, wow. And thus data is fed into the system. And here we know that in control system we have to correct the error in this control system, and also here this system it contains the output and also it contains error. Okay, this error is corrected by control system with the help of feedback systems. Okay, well, okay. And thus, in order to successfully reduce this error, the propellers should produce an appropriate force to this control system. Okay, and thus we have a formula to maintain the effectiveness of the drone. Okay. Similarly, we introduce a closed loop system concept because the system uses a feedback information. It controls the drone's motion, and this type of system is known as closed loop control system. We know that because this system get the feedback from the output, and after that the error is corrected and it produces effective output at the end of the system. Okay, here the drone follows closed loop control system. Okay. And we have another type of control system like open loop control system. In this open loop control system, we don't have any feedback system, and in which the feedback is not present. And we have one perfect example for open loop system. It is electric hand dryer. Okay, do you know how an electric hand dryer blows out hot air when it detects that your hand is present? Okay, it says on for a set of duration of time, regardless of how dry your hand is, it gives no feedback about the dryness and makes no adjustments at all to make sure your hand is optimally dry. And this control system logic has been used in many real-time applications. And in this block diagram, we have a reference input, and we have a controller, and we have a control system. That is, we have a system, that real-time system, it is drone, and here the output is fed back into the system, and finally we correct the output, and will provide effective output. Okay, for open loop system, that hand dryer example, there is no feedback in the system. It is called open loop system. Okay, and this shows how control system works in our day-to-day applications.